The evenings are the worst time for me because it gets quiet and you're on your own. But having hope through the dogs and through grandchildren gives you that positivity to keep going. I'm Jane Brimacombe. I teach and coach swimming. I lost my husband 6 years ago to a brain tumour, and we've kind of carried on since. 20 years ago, I had a lumpectomy, which was all benign, and so that was fine. 6 years ago, there was a lump that didn't seem quite the norm. I had a biopsy, which then proved that it was cancerous. The first thoughts going through my head was scary. Am I going to survive? Am I going to be all right? How am I going to tell everybody? How am I going to tell my mother? Because I was trying to be the strong person, especially since Peter went, that I would be there for everybody else and to be their support system, and that perhaps then I might need their support for a bit rather than supporting them. I think that's why it was hardest. I had my lumpectomy and then 3 weeks of radiotherapy. Eventually went back to work, but not quite in the same way. All right then, come on in, Kellys. A year later, I had a pain underneath my arm, and unfortunately the cancer had gone to the rest of the lymph nodes that were left, so ended up having lymph nodes removed. There he is. The second operation had more of an impact. I had restricted movement in my arms, so I had to work on that, and it seemed to have more of a mental effect on me as well. I did struggle with going back to work. I came up to him and told him that I had breast cancer, but I wasn't joining him anytime soon, so he was still on his own, I'm afraid. But yeah, it's... yeah, shame. Hello, gorgeous. Hey, you gorgeous. Are you gorgeous? Yeah. She likes to give you lots of kisses, doesn't she? Yeah.
This is literally just after Eliza was born, wasn't it?
Yes.
So you had your treatment that morning.
Yes, I did.
And then you were able to come straight over from
radiotherapy
in to meet Eliza.
Yeah.
There was obviously quite a few moments where you genuinely thought, because there were so many complications with Dad.
Yeah.
And because Dad happened so quickly.
Yeah.
I think there was always the worry.
Of course.
Having, you know, a newborn.
Yeah.
Having this place that it wasn't going to have a positive outcome. And I think we were fortunate that you are so good at checking and that you're the one that identified the lumps both times round, because if we were to have been in the situation where we just relied on the mammograms and those checks and stuff, that we possibly could have been in a very different situation.
Oh, that's a funny one. I need to hoist my baler twine up the other side, I think. Sometimes I do overexert myself and get a bit tired. No, that didn't work. But it's just realising that sometimes you have to kind of go, yes, please, can you help me? And not be quite so independent. The Force Centre is in Exeter. They're just a phenomenal support group. We were able to get some massages through the Force Centre and also some acupuncture. You'd have your treatment, but you'd have a giggle and a chat, and everybody would share all sorts of different experiences and stories. Come on then. Come on, Rosa. Come on. The ByYourSide app is useful because you can just do a little bit of research. You've got a calendar, so you can put all of your appointments in there, and you can check and look up your medication. It's just all there in one place. I had my news 6 weeks after my operation. Good news, all clear, and carry on. I can now go and do other bits and I can get stronger and then go back to work. But it's just like you kind of walk out and you go, that's quite sad because I won't see them so much anymore, but actually it's brilliant because I don't have to do that anymore. Cancer, in a strange way, has given me an extra confidence that you can help to support people on their journey, have a cancer talk, if that makes sense, and it just makes life, I don't know, a bit more normal. It's just trying to go, actually, we can get through this. I love spending time with my grandchildren, being with them and my children and the dogs and friends. Living life to the full. Good girls, good girlies.